You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 193.
193. I am Ralph Homie Quan once again.
Oh, I love it. I love it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, shout out to WDJY-FM in Atlanta, 99.1.
ATL ho.
Shout out to OS Gang out there in Atlanta, man.
Yes, sir.
We back.
We back.
We bite.
Man, it's the 4th of July weekend. But Johnny.
Yes, sir.
My brother, my pal. How are you doing?
I am doing swell. I'm doing swell.
That's how we doing it.
That's
today,
how we.
right?
That's how we gonna start.
That's how we start.
That's
today.
how we gonna
All
start. No, I'm
Swell.
I'm good, man. I just I've been outside low key, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, went to the soccer game here in St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis City. Mm-hmm. This is their inaugural year in Major League Soccer, and they going crazy. They sitting like second place, all around.
Yeah.
No, so it's dope. They soccer stadium is beautiful. Atmosphere was lit. I think they sold out every home game except for maybe like one so far. So
Okay.
Nah, man, it's great. It was a dope experience. That was my first soccer match. Excuse me, first soccer match attending in person.
It was a match, not a game.
Yeah, they soccer match. Yeah, I kept getting corrected yesterday, so I can make sure. Yeah, but shout out to St. Louis City, man. It was a really, really dope experience. They won. Mm-hmm. They scored 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. I was like,
so that's exciting.
No, this is crazy.
Yeah, especially in a game where scores are particularly low. It's kind of like baseball in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be up there. Sometimes, not so much.
Right. So yeah, I felt like I was in Ted Lasso. It was great. Hey, shout out to Ted Lasso, which I don't know if a lot of people watched it, but I think they just had one of the greatest series finales of all time. So I'm gonna throw that out there. But yeah, man, shout out to St. Louis City. Shout out to Ted Lasso. But Ralph, my guy, how you feeling, man?
I'm cool. You know me, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I have nothing to report. I'm lame. Okay, it's nothing. I just come here and pod. That's it. I ain't got nothing to report. There's nothing going on. I mean, my birthday is this month. That's it. All right,
let's go. Hold on. Hey.
That's it. I have nothing to report. I wasn't outside. I've been in the house.
Hey, look, and ain't nothing wrong with that. It's so funny because I feel like we always switch roles. Like when you be outside, I be in the house chilling, and now that I'm slightly outside. Look, slightly. It's the slightest.
You don't want to give it.
It's the
much
slightest.
Credit. That's what
Listen,
it is.
It's been storming, so I've been in and out. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But no, it's just funny how we always swap like that. But anyway,
man, I'm chilling, man. But that's all I got, man. So what we doing? Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I got one for you, man.
Let's go.
I'm back on my homonym shit. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 songs, same name, kind of the same DNA, if you want to say, right? 2 rappers, same state. I'm going all the way there. You know what I'm saying? Set It Off by Juvenile. Set It Off by Boosie.
Ooh.
Which one you going with?
Okay. Damn. Well, I just gotta go with the first one that just felt bitter in my soul when you said it. I gotta go Set It Off Boosie. In college, man, it just hit different. Listen, I wasn't the biggest Boosie fan in college. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on my hip hop KRS One.
No, you still like that. What you talking about?
But true. But more open minded.
Okay,
I'm more
okay.
open minded.
That's
now.
fair.
So
You said Carol's brain. Okay. All right.
Boosie set it off, man. Song fire.
Yeah.
It's a whole line dance to it. Like it just feel good.
Yeah.
Just feel good. So I got a Boosie set.
No, I got you. What inspired the question? Juvenile's most recent NPR Tiny Desk, which is dope if you're a Juvenile fan. Or live instrumentation, background singers, Manny Fresh, like it's just a whole vibe, right? So before I said it, I was like, yeah, man, Juvie was going off on this song, but the cultural relevance of what Boosie does, I think. He has 2 songs that probably just stay around. Set It Off and, Wipe Me Down, which is not his song.
It's
but,
not,
but,
I've been telling people that too.
I hate niggas that keep saying that's Boosie. That's not Boosie's song. It was
he is
Fox.
a feature.
He is a feature.
Yeah.
That's a remix.
Right. You got to let them know.
But, okay. I'm off that. But just off of those 2 songs that kind of stay in the rotation of the culture, you got to go that.
Facts.
But if it was like Juvenile back that ass up, it wipes anything else.
Oh,
but that's
absolutely.
not the argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I heard you. I was like, yeah, I was mouthing. I was like, yeah, I remember Juvie's going off, but this ain't one of Juvie. Like, it's one of his hits. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't the one that stood around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So, Boosie.
Yeah.
I had to go around the world. I had to go all the way around.
I'm not mad at it. No, that's what's up. All right, so for my off the dome, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't gamble. We're not like a gambling people. Like I may play the slot machines and all that kind of stuff, but I don't gamble, right? Okay. But I want to ask if there was one game that you just cold at that they had at the casino, would you go? What game would that be that you just gonna go? I'm gonna get all the money in this game. It could be card game, board, whatever. It could be any type of game, tabletop. It don't matter.
Solitaire on the computer.
Talk about it. Let's go. Yes, I love it.
Solitaire.
I love it.
I know I'm gonna win at some point.
Look,
What you talking about?
Facts.
What you mean?
Facts. I used to. Play
It's gotta be computer. It's gotta be Windows
Gotta be
95.
yes.
I need.
It gotta be the whole aesthetic.
Right. I need
the keyboard.
I need
mouse.
the card deck with the castle on it. Like I need that.
And I need the animation when I win.
Right,
I need all that.
Right.
No,
What you talking about?
that's a fun. I love that. I love that. Damn, for me it's dominoes. Like I can listen. I was just in the country a couple weeks ago playing dominoes with all the uncles. Like,
but nah, that's different. You want to be somewhere where there's protection. Not to say something happened to you, but the family reunion it can go left. You know what I'm saying? But the casino, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, as long as you can play and you can talk shit with everybody, you good. You pretty much good. Like it's like when 2 dogs they barking at each other and it's a fence in between them and you move the fence, they just all right. Yeah. Same thing. I can talk with the best though. But anyway, dominoes, I'm wiping everybody up. The dealer, the play, everybody.
The dealer.
I'm wiping everybody
the
up.
Dealer. Like how that would be interesting. How would dominoes be played at a casino?
They probably would have just the dealer probably just supervising with 2 or more players. Like that's what I would assume. But
gotcha.
I'm with the smoke.
I got you.
Yeah. Solitaire was fire though. I look at that
because it's easy. I know I'm winning. But no, people, that was off the dome, man. Juvenile set it off, or Boosie set it off. Which one you going with?
Yep. And what game would you go to the casino to play and you'll wipe everybody up? Let us know.
Man, Johnny, man. OS gang, what's happening?
What's
Family
happening?
And folk. We got a few things here on the OS News docket. I hope you guys ride with us this whole time. But we're going to start here first and see how it goes. BET Awards happened last Sunday.
Yes.
We're here to just give you a brief recap and synopsis of what happened. Johnny, what you have for the 23rd annual?
I don't even know. I ain't going to lie to you.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
I know.
But I think it started in 2000, so let's just say 23.
We'll say 23. Well, damn, that's a lot of award shows. Shout out to them for that.
A lot of
So, y'all know I don't have cable, so I definitely caught all the clips. Also, I want to mention before we even get started.
None of these other niggas watch it. Don't put yourself down.
In the year of our Lord, 2023,
Talk.
why are these awards not streamed on YouTube or Twitch or any other BET Plus? They have their own streaming platform. Why are these not streamed? Because not everybody has cable.
Well, they're smart because BET puts all these clips on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel.
They do, you right.
So anything that you thought you wanted to see, and by virtue of the award show not having a host this year, you didn't miss anything. All the lifetime achievement, all the performances, all that stuff is on YouTube.
It's there. It's there.
what did you miss by not really watching it in real time?
Tweeting live with everybody, because as a family, we all like to be on social media as these things unfold. So following the tweets and not really seeing, it's like,
Okay.
But anyway, so from the clips that I've seen, very, very dope performances. Migos had a fire performance.
Yeah, the takeoff.
Tribute.
Yeah.
And then just Quavo and Offset just being on stage together, because it was just earlier this year at the Grammys that they had a scuffle outside because Quavo wouldn't let Offset on stage or something to that effect. It was something where they had an issue. So to see them come full circle and reconcile and be able to perform, that was dope. And then Busta Rhymes, of course, Lifetime Achievement Award. Seeing him perform, seeing him bring out a lot of the younger artists to perform with him, and that was dope. And then his speech was amazing too. Yeah, gave a dope speech. Busta Rhymes gonna talk. He definitely gonna talk. So from what I saw overall, it was a pretty dope BET Awards.
Yeah, Busta one of them ones. He's like, man, I'll die for this shit. He'll die for
Word.
He'll die rapping, man. And that's respect to Bust, man. But I don't know. I was taken aback by Bust's Lifetime Achievement Award, not because I don't like him or I respect him. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I just think that I don't know. It feel like he got played. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, tell me more
about this award show, because I mean, Bust comes to every award show.
Of course.
One thing, Bust Rhymes gonna be there.
Facts.
It ain't been too many years where Bust don't come. He don't pull up.
That's true.
So I feel like he could have been had it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like now all of a sudden where we kind of scraping. Now you want to give Bust his flowers when he had the VMA Awards 2 years ago, last year, something like that.
It was fairly recent. Yeah.
But I feel like he should have been had it from BET, and I think that's my problem.
Do you think?
And I feel like if he wasn't the Lifetime Achievement Award, what would we be talking about with this show? That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
Points are made.
That's kind of how I'm reading. I'm like, damn, man, be it all up. Man, he be at the hip hop. He's at everything. He pulls up.
So let me ask you a question. So because this particular awards felt so pieced together amid the writer's strike, not having to host, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think that's part of, like, a majority part of the reason why you're feeling this way? Because, like, say the writer's strike wasn't happening, everything was all peachy and all that. So we got writers, they've been production, all this shit for months, and
I guess
the show is immensely better. Do you think you feel the same way?
No.
Okay.
Because it feels like it's pieced together. And we was like, well, Bust gonna be there. Like, it's like, let's give him this award. Like, we need somebody that's gonna pull up. Like, that's.
But you don't think he knew well in advance that he was getting that award? Like, I'd imagine that the BET Awards have been in production and planning for at least since January. Let's just say that. And this is way before the writer's strike even happened, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess I'm saying they didn't know that this would be the BET Awards, didn't know everything that's going on in Hollywood right now would happen. Therefore, Busta Rhymes still got the short end of the stick with how they treated the the
because,
award.
I mean, look at like how the crowd was. It was just nasty. The whole shebang, right? Because Bust is our guy. He is our legend. Like, yeah, MTV gave him his flowers too, but Bust is us because he always here for us.
Bust is us.
But I didn't hit bars. But I didn't. I just kind of read it that way, and I was just like, the crowd was there. It was like he was kind of forcing them to be a part of it. Like I did see that. Now, granted, who was in the audience is completely different. And they may not appreciate Busta Rhymes in the way that we do.
We're gonna have to talk about that too.
And then the other parts of that, you got kids, influencers, people that's too cool for school in there. Y'all not even real celebrities like that.
Right. That is a valid point. Because also in the clips that I saw, it was like different pockets of people, right? So you had the pocket of people that really was turning up to everything Busta was doing because the culture, right? But then you had the pocket of influencers, just there nodding their head. But then you had the other pocket of younger artists that probably don't really know Busta Rhymes' music like that. Of course, they know who he is as an artist, but they don't know his music like that, so they can't turn up and be hyped because they don't really know it. So it's like it's such a mixture of people in the audience that it's like I understand why Busta was like, oh no, y'all better sing my I seen that. Like
But
Busta Rhymes shouldn't have to say that.
Bus is fighting for crowd participation.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then just
We talking one of the best performers ever fighting for crowd participation.
yeah, and it's just like he's like considering the caliber of artists and the caliber of celebrity that was in the house. I was just like, yeah, this is kind of nasty. And I haven't been too much on the respectability politics and trained with the whole BET Awards because I know the one clip with Sexy Red. Shout out to Sexy Red, she's from St. Louis,
Right.
but she has the very vulgar song "Pound Town," which is out right now, which is kind of a summer anthem. It's kind of bringing back that whole notion of is hip hop too vulgar, like that that
Right,
conversation.
right.
That only really happens when women talk about it, but I'm off that. I'm off that. But the song is comical to me. Is it
that's all.
good? Is it good?
Absolutely,
No.
absolutely not.
No,
The knowest of knows.
No, it's not good.
Very entertaining though.
But it's just entertaining though. Like that's how I look at it. But some people, the brand Nubian niggas, right? They get too deep into the bag, like
Self-destruction.
Right,
We
right.
had it for
Right, pretty much. But I mean, as we talked about, and I probably got all over the place. But as hip hop and as a monolith, and black people are not a monolith. There are many shades of black. There are many spectrums of black.
Oh, absolutely.
So it was just happened that all of the blackness happened to be
We're
there.
together at one
and we're
time.
together at
At
one
one
night.
time.
And who's to say what the BET Awards should look like?
Right.
I think we got an idea of what we want it to be. We want it to be that the black excellence and saying we want that, but sometimes that's just not how all black people are.
Right.
So I don't want I never want black and ghetto to be synonymous, but sometimes they kind of be in the same boat.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes.
So last thing before we get off the BET Awards, right?
Yeah.
The 50th anniversary of Hip Hop Tribute.
Okay.
Did you catch any of those clips or see any of it?
Yeah, I see what they did, and I think they covered more, like as many spectrums of hip hop as they could, and I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it.
They skipped the Midwest, but we off that.
Well, I mean, I think the Midwest probably is more knowledge than other places, so they probably went to they had the dance era, they had this, they had that. So I get it.
Yeah. But in seeing that, because I mean I did enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie. Come on now. Of course I enjoyed it, but my question is for the BET Hip Hop Awards. So this was just the BET Awards, right? So they had this grand performance for the 50th anniversary of hip hop. What do they plan to do for the Hip Hop Awards? Do they plan to do something more extravagant, or do they just do something similar to what they've already done?
And seeing that this is the lone award show that honors hip hop,
Yeah, that's what.
the lone show.
Come on
right?
now.
And we not gonna get any heavy hitters to pull up. Let's just be honest.
Which is crazy, right?
Like no Drakes, no Coles, no Kendricks, no Jays, no Nas's, no. Bus gonna be there. Like, but shout out to Bus though,
right?
because he's there. Bus Rhymes is one of the most accessible legends we have. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but this should be. I feel like the BET Hip Hop Awards should be the one, especially for the 50th year, where everybody pulls up. Like I'm talking everybody. I'm talking from Sugar Hill Gang to Sexy Red.
Sexy Red will be there.
Sexy Red for sure is going to be
Sexy
there.
Red will be there.
Glorilla, Lotto, all of them. They'll be there for sure. But I feel like we need the Kendricks, we need the Coles, we need the Drakes, we need the KRS Ones. Like we need. I feel like we need them all to be there because all of them have contributed something. Some more than others, but that's not what this is about. All of them have contributed something special to the genre that we created for ourselves, for us.
Oh,
and for 50 years, everybody that has had at least a piece of it should be there.
Yeah.
Should be fire performance. Like, and I don't know if that could be a thing. One, because of the writer's strike, because that's still a thing.
And then we just want a 50th like a performance that tributes hip hop. That's something completely different.
Completely different. And listen, the Grammys had a hard time calling people. Some people that didn't get called were upset because they didn't get called at the Grammys. But I don't know. It's just interesting that they were able to pull that off for the BET Awards but it just got me to thinking what's going to happen for the Hip Hop Awards. So I don't know. I guess we'll stay tuned and see.
Yeah, we'll definitely stay tuned.
But y'all know we're gonna cover it here.
Let's try this. At the BET Awards, Bow Wow actually had an interesting interview clip that went viral, where he stated, well, this is a fact. This is not anything he said. But no rap songs or albums have charted in the year of 2023, and he shared his thoughts and opinions on that. So, Johnny, what you got?
So what Bow Wow was saying basically is that in 2023, right, and probably the last 2 to 5 years, a lot of the music that is, let's just say, quote unquote mainstream, it all sounds the same. And that's the point that Bow Wow was making. Nobody's really pushing hip hop forward or trying out new sounds or things like that. And honestly, I think I agree. I agree. It's a lot of copy and paste when it comes to music that's being pushed today. And we can see that with, like, and I really don't like to get into streaming numbers like that, but even with like the streaming numbers, like they not as crazy as they used to be. Even let's just say Young Thug and Gunna, right? I know they have their legal issues or whatever, but it was a time where they would sell like crazy amounts, like the first week or so, right? But they not doing that now. Even their music seems to be somewhat watered down, and I think that's just a blanket thing across hip hop. And I'm not really sure how to combat that, honestly.
I don't know. It depends on what the record companies, the streaming companies, all those people want to invest in, and what they invest in is the mediocrity, I would say, or the microwave type of music. Because we have these conversations all the time about where to go find the real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Like goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? Just go listen to the shit. But some people just are really like playlists. Like, I'm gonna go find, I'm gonna listen to this playlist because they put it in my face, and they tell me that it's hot, so I'm gonna listen to that.
Right.
So, and I can't, you can't fault nobody for that.
True.
But I mean, these artists that they kind of force on us kind of do all sound the same, and I mean, the radio sounds the same, and that goes for R&B too. R&B is not exempt, but if you want the real, you just got to go search for it. You just got to dig for that, and that's okay. Like, I mean, you got to understand that that's just how the music game is set up right now. But to the point that Bow Wow was making, I know he used a couple of references of, like, the women sound like this and the guys sound like this. That's just that's unfortunately what it is. That's how you get Stacey Red. Not, singling her out per se, but that's just kind of like the bane of women hip hop right now. Kind of the ratchet, kind of the sexually expletive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's just kind of like that's where it's at right now. But that doesn't mean other women rappers don't exist.
Right. Right. Exactly.
That's not the game. And then he used, like, I'm gonna slide on the, like the people that rap like that, are kind of the ones running hip hop. Gunna, Dirk, those are big three right now. I'm just saying, like, right. But I mean, they are the ones, right? Because a lot of the ones that we listen to have aged out. Nobody wants to listen to what J. Cole got to say. He's 36, 37, 38. Kendrick, he's up there now.
Yeah, I mean,
Drake, as cool as he is, right? As much as the youngins like him, he's still up there in age.
Yeah, it's true. True.
So what are we looking at?
And even on top of that, right? I feel like, at least when it comes to the record companies and I guess the culture, it seems like people are more invested in the personality of the artist instead of the music. So whatever the personality is, that's coming across on the music, and they like that. They don't like the artistry or what goes into making a song, right? You have a dope beat and you just gonna throw some words on it, which I feel like is a lot of the music now. A lot of the music that's being pushed now. It's all a person's personality, image, and not the actual artistry of the music.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know if I could fully agree with just people just buy into personality, because the music still got to be the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it may not be good with us, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, people buy into the city girls, right? I'm just using them example. No big thing, right? Calm down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people buy into Carisha and JT as to what they do, but the music they got a few singles. You know what I'm saying? So that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like they got some songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think
you mean like some slaps?
Yeah. Like
okay.
no, I got a better example. Sweetie.
Okay.
Sweetie's trash.
Okay.
But she has a cheat code with like just using popular samples.
Okay.
And those songs just slap for Gen Zers. Like they slap for them, but she got personality.
That's what right.
But them songs don't slap for me. They slap for them.
Right.
I don't buy I don't buy her music. I don't buy those things. So that's why it doesn't matter to me.
And maybe that's a demographic thing.
Yes.
She knows
some
who
of
her
those
audience
things
is.
are demographic things. It's not. I'm about to be 36, man. I don't care what Sweetie does. I don't.
Facts. Long as she healthy and safe.
Right. At the end of that, I don't care.
It's all good. No, that's facts.
So that it's really a demo thing because like I think we said on this platform many a times, like sometimes it's just not for us. We're not the people that consume these things. We are not the people that buy them. We're not the people that go see them in concert. We don't go to Rolling Loud. Like we don't go to the festival to see them perform. So that's just
is that a good thing though, right? Because Sweetie, everybody we name, City Girls, they all making slaps for now. For now. It's let's vibe, all that shit. They doing that for now, right? Mm-hmm. What happens 10, 15, 20 years from now when these individuals, they go, they probably retire from music and go off families, do, whatever it is, they do their own thing. What happens to the music that is being made now later? Like what happens to it later? Does it just fall by the wayside or what?
Pretty much, and that's what the part of Bow Wow's argument was. Like, no matter what you might want to say about Bow Wow, he still go out there and perform.
Oh, absolutely.
When he was a kid.
Come on, what?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I went to the Millennium Tour.
You can't. Some of them can't do that.
Exactly. No, I agree.
And then,
absolutely.
but the thing is, Bow Wow was developed as an artist too. Mm-hmm. Everybody doesn't have a Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying?
That's
training them and giving them artist development. The one that might make it for a while is Lotto, because she has artist development. I can't speak on everybody else.
Nope. And shit, even she worked with JD a little bit. She was on a rap game.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Damn, that's true.
So the lack of artist development, that's a big thing. Mm-hmm. And do they care about their craft enough to try to get better?
That's a great question, and I feel like that's an argument that we've had, continuously on this podcast. Is like it's a lot of money grabbing right now, a lot of money grabbing, and 3-4 years from now, some of these individuals that's really going crazy right now, we might not even see them anymore. So
exactly,
invest in your craft, people.
Yeah,
whatever, it doesn't have to be music. It could be whatever. Just invest in your craft for sure.
Pretty much, man. But let's try this, man. What's beef? A beef is when I'm going to sleep. When I see you, I see you. Well, I couldn't quote it. That's crazy. But no, we got Jim Jones and Pusha T going back and forth. First, it started at Paris Fashion Week. There was a clip. Well, no, they didn't even start with Paris Fashion Week. Started with Jim running his goddamn mouth
on a media run, going crazy about Pusha T.
About Pusha T. It's like damn, like you can pick nobody else.
Random.
He couldn't say Melly Mill. No, he
didn't want to get punched.
Right. No, Melly Mill's still outside.
No, he with it. He with the shit.
But no, it started with the media run, like you said, and then Paris Fashion Week. Pusha T and Malice are out there with the whole flex. I just think it's dope. Pharrell had his unveiling of his Louis Vuitton stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Pusha T and Malice was out there getting their model on with the clip of Pusha T's new song playing, where there was some subliminals to Jim Jones in there. And then Jim Jones jumped off the porch and made a whole diss record. So now we're here. We don't know what's happening just yet. We're still kind of waiting on the Pusha T response. But Johnny, what you got for this?
I don't even know where to start here, but like Ralph said, Jim Jones running his mouth. Listen, Drake brought Dipset out at that show at the Apollo. And he been going crazy ever since, right? I don't know if Drake paid Jim Jones or what. I don't know what's happening over there. But Jim Jones was going crazy on Pusha T, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like for like 3 weeks, but we off that. Mm-hmm. Even while Jim Jones was going crazy, we even said ourselves, look, when Pusha come back outside, he gonna be outside. Definitely some shots gonna be thrown, and I think Pusha done it only a way that he could do it right. Like think about that. We in Paris at Fashion Week. These people don't know what the hell he talking about in this song. They have no idea.
The only people that cared about it was Jay-Z and Beyonce because they was like, I know some of these words.
Right? Facts. That's facts, right? So we heard the clip.
Yeah.
I really wish he put the whole song out so we could run it back, right?
Exactly.
Been trying to look for it, but I can't find it. But from what I remember, he definitely took some light jabs at him, trying to get Jim to come outside. And Jim did. Did you hear Jim's response?
I actually did.
Okay.
At first I was, because the internet has been so split. I'll get to the internet dweebs in a second. But
they still exist.
Yeah, they do. Ooh, talk about it. But the thing with that is, I was like, I saw the mixed reactions. They was like, nah, Jim, this ain't it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I fuck with Jim. I'm gonna go listen. Yeah. I just had to wait for the dust to settle, where I had a clear mind to really listen to it. And Jim did his thing. He did what Jim does.
I agree.
So this coming from I'm a fan of both of them. So I really don't have a dog in the proverbial fight, but I'm just calling it like I see it. But right now, Jim Jones is up because he actually has a diss track that you can go run back right now, and he's talking. Like, I'll just say this: he's talking the way Jim talks.
Right, exactly. And honestly, I don't. And this could be blank brain happening right now, but I don't really recall Jim Jones and like any rap beefs like that.
What? Max Beef, Jay-Z, Cameron.
Brain for it. Brain for it.
Listen, what?
Brain for it. Actually, there was a response to Jim Jones' track. Pusha T put out a verse, and then he on the verse was Cameron actually talking about Jim Jones back when they was beefing. I thought it was alright. I thought it was okay. So I don't know. I agree. I think
no, Jim.
Lois the Keys. I think Jim up.
No,
I think Jim is up.
By the rules of engagement. He is up.
He is up.
He's up. Like and listen. And I know a lot of y'all New York niggas have been saying the wildest stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's so crazy, right? Me and you had this conversation about Pusha T. He rapped like them. But somehow now y'all have such a coastal bias to Jim Jones, saying that Jim Jones, it's like it went from like just a straight rap beef, like rap against each other. It's like, well, no, Jim Jones will get him out of here in the verses. Like, no, nigga, that's not the conversation.
That's not the conversation.
That's not the conversation.
Listen, we talk about New York bias a lot here, and the one thing, I have to commend them. Like, if the black community
they are committed,
can stick together like New York bias.
When they talk
we'll
about,
we'll be great.
When they talk about the tri-state niggas and they rap,
man, look, we will be amazing. So, look, shout out to New York, man, because y'all gonna ride for your mans no matter what, and I appreciate
they
that.
Say like Jimmy more culturally relevant. I was like, what does look? It's like the same stuff that they was using for like Drake, like the Drake arguments, like. Well, I mean, Drake got more hits though. Like, it's like Drake. I was like, what this got to do with
none of that?
Like,
matters.
Hey, listen, I can't wait. I hope. Listen, because you see Cam jumped out there and said, "Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Fuck all that.
Don't
he
do
mentioned
that.
Malice. It's up now.
Right.
It's up now. It's up now. Like, it's up. You mentioned Malice. It's up. Like, nah, fuck all that.
Bro, that's hilarious.
You see, like Cam gonna do a whole post. He's
Right.
like, nah, I'm retired. I'm a sports analyst
Right,
now.
yeah,
No, fuck out of here. No, you finna catch this smoke too.
Nah, you Joe Budden.
Right. No, boy, no.
Listen, I need that first track that Pusha dropped at the fashion show. I need that whole track to be out on DSP so I can listen. And now I can go back and forth from that to Jim Jones back to Pusha T's response.
Let me ask you this, and then maybe we can probably move forward, right? Do you think since not Jim, but Pusha's in album mode, this is all part of a rollout?
Yeah.
Do you think he goes back and kind of retools something in the album, or he just records like another track? Because this is like, I think the reason why we haven't gotten the track is because it's part of the album.
I'm not mad at that. Honestly, both of them. Like,
Okay.
I think he probably updates some bars on the song or something. Shit, maybe a couple songs. But then maybe there's one actual track, like this track that comes out, that'll be a part of the album as well.
Okay.
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the lead single.
Well, Push don't need singles, man. That's the other part.
No,
Even though Diet Coke set the tone. Set the tone.
This is true.
Set the tone. What was the name of the last album?
Almost Dry.
Almost Dry.
It's Almost Dry.
Let's see.
Yeah, man.
But let's try this on for size, man. We got another legend jumping out here talking about they're going to have an album coming soon. Nicki Minaj says Pink Friday 2 is coming in November.
Yeah.
Johnny, are you excited for a new Nicki Minaj project?
Not really. But classic rollouts back. Like, back in the day, people used to announce their albums like 6 months in advance, right?
But
maybe even that.
This is a classic roll. I'm like, November?
November.
Like, I'm not excited for nothing.
Look, ain't nobody thinking about no cold weather, no snow, no nothing. And she talking about November, right?
Like, I can see she said September. You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah. Right, because shit, that's what, 3 months away now?
2 months.
So, I don't know. Coming off her last full project, Queen, correct?
Yeah, Queen.
Which was a solid album.
20.
It was definitely before the pandemic, so it might have been 18. Might have been 18. Solid album from what I remember.
Yeah.
But my only issue with Nicki in her veteran age in hip hop, right, is that I feel like there hasn't been much of an evolution in her music. So like we talk all the time like of our elder statesmen, right? T.I., Jeezy, of course Jay-Z. Hell, even Silk the Shocker put out an album a few years ago that was much more mature, right? But I feel like that's not something we've gotten from Nicki Minaj as she continues to do her music and things like that. Like I would imagine like she put out she did a song for the Barbie soundtrack with Ice Spice. Like, cool, I get that. Like, little one-off things like that. Cool, I understand, right? But for a full-length project, and again, well, we haven't even listened to this yet, right? Yeah. But just from her track record, we haven't seen much growth in her music is basically what I'm trying to say.
It's kind of like the same argument I had for Drake, right? I think we're past the point of where we get a definitive album from you. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, we could be completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we have seen elder statesmen drop staple albums in their discog after their prime, right?
Yeah.
So Nicki's past her prime. Cool. Got it. She's still one of the top artists we've ever had in the genre. Cool. I get that too.
Well, I was about to say period.
Yeah. But and then this is the thing. She's naming it a sequel. It's a sequel album.
Right.
Like Pink Friday has had, this is the third. Technically, this is Pink Friday too, but it was like Pink Friday, then Pink Friday Reloaded. So technically,
Roman's Revenge.
So technically, that was 2, right?
Right.
But I mean, that's probably Pink Friday is probably the album that I enjoy the most out of Nicki. That was the first one.
Yeah.
And then most people, I think a lot of her core fans say Pink Print is probably her, the one, right?
Right.
But still, Pink Friday 2, and we getting it, 10 years later down there, or it might be 10 years. It's just like, I don't,
This is almost like those
legacy
sequel
this
movies.
This is 13 years later because Pink Friday came out 2010.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
But long story short, I mean, Nicki has had a lot of personal issues. Maybe she addressed it. She's a married woman. She's experiencing motherhood. She has a lot going on personally.
True.
Like the whole drama with her husband, like it's a lot. If you ever look into like I think they got like a say it with me when they signed a petition for her for them to kick the husband out of the neighborhood that they live in because he's a sexual predator.
Wow.
He's a registered sex offender.
Right.
So that's not. I'm not saying this.
It's public knowledge. There
right?
you go.
So you gotta say these things. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's a lot of avenues that she can explore outside of just being the baddest bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
I mean,
true.
Maybe she could be vulnerable. And Nicki is starting to play nice with others, but I still think it's a manipulation thing because he's only playing nice with like the younger girls. Like, of course, you got Ice Spice now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see Nicki jump off the porch and do songs with people now.
True.
But these are like the young girls that have been raised on her in hip hop. So it's levels to it. You didn't play with your peers. That's the other part.
Also true. But I mean, I think she had a point of no return with that now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because all those bridges are gone, burned, ash, all that. So, honestly, I'm I'm kind of hoping and expecting for a more mature Nicki album. Maybe a lot of introspection with life things that's happening with her. So I mean, look, this is all speculation because we got 6 months before it come out, right? So shout out to Nicki Minaj, man. We'll see. Now listen, it seems like a classic rollout. So I imagine the next few months we'll start getting like talk show
beefs,
beefs, talk show. Say it with me. What appearances, interviews, all that stuff, Breakfast Club, all that shit. So, I'm gonna be looking for it. I'm gonna be looking for a single too. I'm trying to stay away from singles before listening to albums now because they kind of taint what I think about the album beforehand. But if she going classic, I'm gonna go classic with her. I'm gonna listen to the single before it come out, whenever it drops. So. Okay. Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj, man. But Billboard, y'all back again?
We got another list.
Y'all back to mess with us again?
List.
Yes, another list. The 50th anniversary of hip hop continues. It continues, right?
Right.
We celebrating all year, baby. And Billboard, the authority on all things hip hop, have blessed us with another list. This time we got the top 50 hip hop groups of all time. Now,
not a crew.
Yeah, not a
group,
not a collective label. Not three niggas that rap together on 2 songs. Like, nah, it ain't it. Like we got groups. Bro, at least Billboard did it right, man. In that way, I ain't talking about the ranking. Classify what is a group.
Hilarious. I love it.
Johnny.
So how we want to attack this? Do we want to just go through all 50, or do we want to
I say the top half. Like,
top half?
Yeah, let's 25 because I know this is gonna be ridiculous. Like,
okay, let's find it. Scrolling. Okay, all right. Number 25. We gonna start from here. We gonna go 25 and go to 1. Number 25, we have Hot Boys.
That's interesting.
Number 24, we got the Diplomats. Right.
It's kind of like what are we talking about? Like, hey, look.
This is the top end. It's not even the bottom.
Stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know. Like, we don't even care about the criteria. It's just like fuck all.
Right.
It's just like like Dip is 25. It's like
24. Hot Boys 25.
Oh, yeah.
Now these are actual groups, so
they are groups, and I think it's more so like. Well, we often acknowledge that Dipset has one classic. Okay. Dip Immunity, right?
Yep.
But it's like, is it the cultural impact thing? And I think that's probably what's weighing into it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you got 3 stars from one group.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so that's 24.
Okay.
23, we have the Sugar Hill Gang.
No, it grinds your gears.
Yeah, that should be number 1. I'm joking. That's a joke, people. All right, number 22, we have the Locks.
Okay.
Number 21, we have Bone Thugs and Harmony. Disrespectful. Oh,
I think
in what way?
I think they should be higher.
Okay.
Because of Midwestern groups, who's better? Who has more impact? Like, hold on, Bone fans, I'm here for y'all now.
Not talking about look.
I'm here for y'all now. I'm just saying.
That's funny. Shit.
The flow, the impact. Like, they got flow, impact. It's a lot.
It's true.
It's a lot with them.
It's true. And if we talking about rap groups in the Midwest, what other rap groups in the Midwest do we have that we can potentially think about being on a top 50 list?
A top 50 list. What? It ain't doing that. It ain't Crucial Conflict. It ain't none of them. And that's respect to them.
Yeah. D12.
Ooh, no.
Nope.
Absolutely not. They had commercial success, but no.
Lunatics.
No.
Okay. I know, and I'm just trying to think of groups, actual groups from the Midwest.
I remember looking at this list. Lunatics or D12 wasn't on the list,
right?
And that's fine too.
All right, excuse me. Number 20, we have UGK. Top 20. I mean, I'm not mad at top 20. Can I see them being higher? Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm glad we agree there.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I was like, Johnny, don't do this, bro. Like, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. No, not today. Not today. So the next one, number 19, G Unit.
I'm cool with that. You don't
I don't know. Like, I'm not against them being on the list at all. Absolutely not. But in the top 20,
I guess it's the same thing as Dipset, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cultural impact, right? And then you got 3 stars from that group. And then
4 if you want to count Game. If that's if you want to count
and then
Game.
Beg for Mercy was a tough album.
True. No,
Beg
absolutely.
for Mercy was a tough album.
Okay, you know what?
Like it's like, but it's like, but when you got groups like the Locks that at least have 2 projects, Money, Power, Respect, and We Are the Streets.
Right.
Do you think that they deserve to be higher than like a G-Unit or well, they are higher than Dipset.
They are higher than Dipset.
But what do you think about G-Unit being over the Locks?
I think I get it for I think I get it for the purposes of Billboard, because even though the Locks has longer longevity as a group,
Yeah.
G-Unit in their time probably had a bigger impact on hip hop.
Big facts.
So I think I understand why Billboard put them here, but personally I would put the Locks higher than G-Unit.
Now,
that's a me thing.
does that help because of the recent string of, like, I guess you say appearances versus all that?
Look, all of it is encompassing. Yes.
Okay.
All of it is
there.
there. It would be a different conversation had that versus didn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because they had to remind us, if G-Unit come out and do some shit like that too, we'll be having the same
They're
conversation.
like, oh, they top 5.
Look at that. All right, number 18, 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say they should be higher, but yeah.
I'm fooling with the top 20. I ain't gonna front. Number 17, Cypress Hill.
I respect it.
I'm
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. Number 16, the Beastie Boys.
The best Jewish boys of all time.
I ain't got nothing bad to say.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about. Hey, we don't talk bad. I don't.
No, look,
Listen.
if you don't understand the cultural impact that the Beastie Boys had on hip hop back in the 80s, early 90s, then we need to have a different conversation.
No anti-Semitism here.
Talk about it. All right, that's funny. Number 15, Naughty by Nature.
Now, hold on.
What's up?
OPP was top 50, but not. No, OPP had. Hold on, let's poke holes in this shit. What you saying? Hold on. How you the? No, nothing. We not discussing.
You know what? No,
Trash.
you're right.
Trash.
No, you absolutely.
Because
right.
I was like, what? I was like, how's OPP number 50? Hip Hop Parade.
Points were made. Points were made.
Let's just go.
Yeah, keep going. Number 14, we have the Fugees.
Another, bro.
Hey man,
Bro,
I didn't make it.
I know you did, but bro, they was 93.
Look,
Okay.
I got nothing there. Number 13, Mobb Deep.
Y'all got it.
Look, New York bias. We want to have a conversation.
They
about
always say that they them.
So-
If y'all believe it, I guess I believe it too.
this. Yeah, turn up. Number 12, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
That's cool.
I just wanted to see your reaction. Number 11, A-Town's very own, the Migos.
I know that got them in the. I know they got them tight.
Hot take. Well, I'm assuming this is a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
I think Migos should be in the top 10.
Bro,
I know it's number 11.
I said it when, and I guess I was a prisoner of the moment when Takeoff died. But no, I said that then.
Oh no, listen.
Like I believe what they did in 10 years warrants them being top 10.
Agreed. There are certain people throughout the 50 years of hip hop, right, who have come along, who have changed the trajectory of where hip hop goes in their certain decades.
Yes.
Migos is one of those groups that did that. So they definitely should be in the top 10.
It's two things working against them: youth and the fact that they from the South. People won't give them those flowers until later. Yeah, and they still feel new, still feel recent.
And that's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
Because being 10 years in the game, still feeling like a newer group, like, is insane.
But they came in as kids, right? You know what I'm saying? We didn't look at them as kids, but they were kids.
That's crazy. It's true.
I know.
It's true. All right, that was number 11. Number 10, The Roots.
Should be higher.
I don't know if I agree.
Really?
Yeah. Now, The Roots, fire group, fire band, things that they have done within music and also outside of music, phenomenal, right? Mm-hmm. But if we're really talking about if we're sticking to the music, if we're gonna stick to the music, right? I understand impact and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if top 10 is where the root should be. Now, I ain't saying they shouldn't be on the list. Maybe top 25, 30 maybe, but 10, I don't know.
I'm surprised.
I know.
You're shocked.
And Black Thought, that's my man.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's hurting
Questlove,
you.
that's my man.
I know that's hurting you.
But as a group, I don't know. I don't see the vision.
It's kind of like
I don't see the vision.
Well, okay, this is where we kind of get lost in the sauce about groups, right? Like because what is a group? Is it a two men rapping? Is it because I know the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff on here.
Yes, they are.
So they're constituted as a group. That's a DJ and a rapper.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, but back in
that
was a group.
I'm just painting the picture. Like there's a band.
Yeah, for sure.
And the lead man is
an MC.
Black Thought.
It's
like there's really nobody else that does vocals like that.
True,
respectfully.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is it a group? Like it's like a rap group. Like it's like those lines kind of get blurred. That's it's kind of like Gang Starr. Like Gang Starr's Guru and a producer. And it's like
I see what you're saying.
It's
and I mean, and I guess we can kind of look at the roots like we look at a Gang Starr or Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff, right? We have the MC.
It's an exception to the rule.
Yeah, we have an MC, but then we also have the band that provides the music. It's not necessarily a DJ here; it's a band.
Yeah.
So, hip hop group, sure, we'll go with that. But top 10, I don't know. I don't know.
I was just trying to get the conversation going.
All right, so number 9, De La Soul.
That's fair.
Shout out to De La Soul, man. They've had a great year. They got their masters back. I think they either put out a new album or they are putting out an album. I can't remember. Okay. I know they have a Gangsta Grills coming, so I know that's crazy, right? Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
So shout out to De La Soul, man. Number 8, Salt and Pepper.
Okay. I got nothing. They shouldn't be top 10. They should be top 25.
I want to fight it, but like being the first or one of the first women hip hop groups and like doing, having the type of success that they did, the run that they did, I guess I can't be mad at it, but
two lady MCs and a lady DJ.
Yeah,
man, that's kind of hard to go against.
You right. So shout out.
Because Run in there somewhere. If they there.
Oh, Run DMC? Yeah. Oh,
they're pretty much the female answer to that.
True. No, that's true. That's true indeed. All right. That's number 8. Number 7, Eric B. and Rakim. Salute. Number 6, Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
I'm not mad at that, actually. Number 5,
Run
DMC.
As they should.
As they should be.
As they should.
Top 5 group. All right, number 4.
Woo!
A Tribe Called Quest.
I think they're getting it right.
I'm not mad at the placement. I mean,
it's like when you start shuffling around toward the top 5, top 10, that's merely your preference at that point.
True.
Because if we're going off impact and records, like sometimes record sales don't even equate in this. Because Tribe didn't, they sold records, but it ain't like
it wasn't nothing like
it
wasn't astronomical numbers and nothing like that.
Astronomical numbers, but the influence can be felt throughout hip hop because of Tribe.
For sure. Excuse me. All right, number 3, we have NWA.
That's about right.
Rightfully so. I'm not mad at that at all. Number 2, Wu-Tang Clan.
I know it was 20 niggas in the group. They had to be.
The original was 7, I believe.
All right.
But they had out of the original
they had
7,
some dope lyrics.
hella stars, right?
Yeah.
And then album. So I'm not mad at that. Now number 1, which I'm surprised but kind of not surprised, but surprised but not surprised. Number 1, Outkast.
As God intended. What's your problem? What's your beef?
So there is no beef.
Oh, okay.
There is no beef.
What's your problem? What's your beef?
I guess I'm shocked because, well, then again, this is Billboard. If this was a hip hop publication, I don't know if they would put Outkast at number 1 as a group because of the South thing. That's the only thing.
Still, I think they'll still be top 3. I think it's always these conversations always end with it's either Outkast, Wu. It's like the 5 just interchange, right? I've never really seen Run be like 1, but Run is 5.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Tribe 1, but they're in the 5.
Yeah. The
3 that really kind of get tossed around at the top is NWA, Cass, and Wu. Like really,
right. No, you're right. The level of impact, both individually and as a group, that Outkast has provided throughout hip hop, period. From the South Got Something to Say to Speaker Box and Love Below, movies, just anything that they've done has been golden. I feel like, and
they literally have progressed every time they gotten in the booth together as a group.
Absolutely, any measure that you have when you talk about hip hop groups, their sliders are all the way up, literally. So I am not upset or mad or anything that Outkast has been put at the #1 hip hop group on this Billboard list.
When you have creativity, lyricism, an ear for music, like an ear for real music, because you're the instrumentation in most music that they did. Right. You know, working with the Dungeon Family and things like that. It really was a collective, right?
Right.
And that's not the slight, RZA and the work that he did with Wu-Tang, because that was a different sound. So, but Cass is, like you said, the sliders up, baby.
Yeah, man.
It's just up.
Yeah. I don't know if we have time another week. Maybe we'll go through 50 through 25. Cause yeah.
Hey man, you want to try to be serious real quick, or?
Sure. What you got?
Oh no, the Supreme Court stuff, man.
Oh well, yeah.
All right. Well, the Supreme Court justices, they just wild on this Friday, pretty much. Like,
listen, going crazy.
I don't really know where to begin. Right. You have the affirmative action stuff being banned in colleges. It starts at what? Are they specifically doing this at Ivy League or just like nationwide? Like,
so,
because I know Ivy League has been used as a lot of the example.
It's Harvard and it's another school that was doing this as well. That was the forefront of it. So I guess they somehow brought some type of lawsuit or something because of affirmative action. But essentially, the Supreme Court has removed affirmative action across all colleges in the United States because of whatever that was that Harvard brought up. So essentially, people won't get accepted into colleges based on their race anymore. Yeah, and I'm always on the side of, you know what, if that's what y'all want to do, what's the solution here for us, right? There have already been an influx of students attending HBCUs in the last 5 years. We'll say that. Yeah. I feel like that influx is about to grow exponentially now because so many individuals so many black individuals that want to go to Ivy League schools, want to go to the Purdue's and like USC, all these places, right? Yeah. Probably won't have that opportunity now because of this. Now, granted, go to whatever college you want to apply, whatever. Right. But the Supreme Court is even more working so against us now because they, for whatever reason, they don't see us in those types of schools. So now we really have to go to our own schools now. And I think the HBCUs should really prepare because like I said, the attendance has been growing even anyway, just based off everything that's been going on in the world, right? But even more so now. So the fall semester is starting next month? Like, damn, we already in July, right? Yeah. Fall semester next month. I'm assuming there's going to be even more influx. So every semester for at least the next 4 years, I think it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man, it's a slippery slope, right? Because if I'm black, or no, I'm not even gonna say person of color because they really distinguish themselves from us.
Yo, that's a whole nother conversation.
But black people, when it's time for us to go to school, we want to go and get the best education that's possible. Word. If that is the lane that you choose to go to. Word. And if you want to go to an Ivy League, God bless. If you want to go to a good academic school that's not Ivy, like a Stanford, Vanderbilt, something like that, cool, God bless. If you just want to go to community college, you want to go to HBCU, it don't really matter.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. And let your digital, I was about to say your digital footprint, but like your scores and your personality kind of speak for itself. And I know that's kind of saying the world, hey, we don't see color, what I'm saying? Just,
right.
Just put your best foot forward and God bless. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at it. But I mean, I don't know. Like, we live in such a world where does a degree really matter? Like we like going to Harvard, does that matter? You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, it's like they're treating Harvard like a country club. Like my
essentially.
Like, I can go here because my daddy's name is on the, well, not my daddy, but my great grandfather's name is on the building. Like, you remember how high he was like, you know, can anybody point me to the financial aid office? Like, I never actually met anybody that actually had to go there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit.
Nah,
so that's the type
shit.
of things that we would have to deal with. And are you familiar with Joy Reid on MSNBC?
Name sounds familiar.
Okay, black woman correspondent, right? Political correspondent. She was talking about how she got to Harvard. She was in a small black town in Denver.
Yep.
And she was like, hey, look, a Harvard recruiter came and found me.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about it, never even, fathomed trying to go there. They came and got me because my test scores and everything was great. Crazy. And they was like, hey, we want you to come here. And that's the only reason why she went. And she was making pretty much a story kind of tying into Justice Thomas and how he benefited from going to, I think, an Ivy League school, Yale. Mm-hmm. Kind of the same concept. So why would you be the one that votes against it? Vote against it? That's crazy.
Insane, man. I don't know. Your point about the whole, or analogy about it feeling like a country club, I think it's valid. And I think it has been that way for a long time, and for whatever because of affirmative action, those colleges had to accept a certain amount of black people, Asian people, not non-white people.
And you know what's so crazy, because with schools like Harvard and things like that, they're private, right? Mm-hmm. They don't solely rely on public funds to make it. Like, they have donors that give them money on top of money. So it's kind of like we don't necessarily really have to abide by this government concept that you have. Like, even though, I mean, it's in law and they got to, abide by it, but it just feels like they never had to.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's been done. Mm-hmm. It's time. I guess it's time for action, time for solution. So, I mean, still apply to the schools you want to apply to. I guess I'm talking to the high school kids now, but just know HBCUs are here. Like, they're here for you. So. Yeah.
Just know what you're up against.
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy. But let's try this out. Blur topic, Blur segment. This is our last here on the docket, people. Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Discovery, the people that own DC Comics and DC lore, they are coming out saying they're potentially selling movie and TV titles that may include some Batman properties. Yeah. Johnny, what do you have for this?
Just don't let Sony buy that shit. That's all I got.
I saw that.
Ooh. Just don't let that happen, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Warner Brothers and Discovery. I have no clue. Ever since they merged, it seems like it's just a complete, just tragic show over there. I don't know. I don't know who's in charge. I don't know what the CEO or whoever, I don't know what they got going on, but I don't feel like they handling any of this the right way.
And let me ask you this. Now, do you think this affects anything that James Gunn has going?
Absolutely, because if they sell off any of those other DC properties, like, well, Blue Beetle was coming out this year, right? But what if the movie comes out and then they sell that to, let's just say, Sony, right? What's gonna happen to the sequel? What's gonna happen to the new DCU? Like, what happens with all that? Who knows? Yeah, that's a
damn. Because I was thinking, because like, if it's including Batman, maybe it's just the animation stuff. But James Gunn is supposed to oversee, I think, all of it.
Yeah, all of it. But so from what I remember James Gunn saying when he first got hired on, right? Mm-hmm. All DC properties, movies, TV shows, video games, animation, all of that ties into each other. Yeah. All of it. So if you sell Harley Quinn show, right? So Harley Quinn has an animated show on Max, right? Yeah. Fire show. Y'all, season 4 starts sometime in July. So check that out. But let's just say they sell that off, right? Yeah. Now you can't have Harley Quinn and Batman. Like live action.
It kind of be like the Hulk not being able to have his own film in Marvel because of Universal.
Exactly.
This is where it gets nasty, people. This is the stuff that kind of like I would say the people that care about the comic book origins and things like that care about, and it does affect movie quality, show quality, whatever they're trying to produce. For sure. So it's gonna be tough if they sell this, and then let's say it goes through. Let's say they sell this, and they're not pleased with James Gunn. They want to go in a different direction. Things like that happen every day, B. Like,
for real.
The owner is a new owner, and he wants to get rid of the GM. You know what I'm saying? The team, because that's not his guy. I didn't hire you.
Right.
We're going in a different direction.
Because that's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
So corporate restructuring happens all the time, and this is just kind of like the nasty business of it all. That's why no matter what you want to say about Marvel, they reign supreme because nothing has changed.
Right.
They even fought to get some stuff back.
Mm-hmm. Listen, they went and purchased the whole Fox, right?
Yeah.
Just so they could have Fantastic Four. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. Chess moves. What a Marvel fuck around. Disney fuck around to buy DC.
No, man. No, we can't have that.
We definitely get Justice League versus X-Men.
Nah.
Or Justice League versus Avengers.
Nah.
You ain't trying to see Batman and Captain America fight?
I do, but nah. It's just because it's like they finally starting to get DC together, presumably. Right. The castings is going on. They casted Superman and Lois Lane the other day. They got I think they ain't got Batman yet, but it's just like another Batman. We got 2 Batmans. That's nasty work. But okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever they decide to do, I hope if they do decide to sell the DC properties off, I hope it's everything so they can continue their continuity.
I see what you did.
You see.
Yeah, I like how you landed that, man.
I love it. So yeah, that's
pretty much it.
I'm not shouting out Warner and fucking Discovery because they tripping.
We gotta see what happens with that. But hey, people, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got?
If you are on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Sir. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your people.
Yep.
Hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics we discussed today.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
If you're on audio, you know what time it is, baby.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.